Welcome on in, everyone. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. Let's see, we got Subi, we got Dracofiber, Dencon, we got Benum Tish, Keyblade War Hero, we got Rich. Glad to have you. Welcome on in. Welcome on in, Pseudowolf. Glad to have you. Today is Tuesday, which means we are returning to the basically constant fucking fever dream that is Danganronpa. Well, this game is something else, man. Yeah, because it is Tuesday. We are joined as always by the ever amazing Marshmallow Bears. I think he might have stepped out though, so let me go ahead and hop back in the call and see if he's there. Hey Marsh, you there?
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. Okay, excellent, awesome.
I was wondering why you were so quiet. I was like, why isn't Starkey talking?
I guess it must not have gotten picked up by my mic. Like I said, audio issues have been a problem, especially now that my poor fucking studio quality headphones died. Cries. But yeah, welcome on in, Delos. Glad to have you. Let me go ahead and switch over to the game. There's the bear.
Oh, wow.
So last time, we, Chihiro got absolutely murderlated. And we're like 90% sure that it was, what's his face? Byakuya who did it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he definitely did it.
And then he's trying to blame Kyoko. No, not Kyoko. Taka? No, not... whatever her name.
No.
The novelist.
Yeah, the novel. Coco?
Toko. Maybe? I think. Toko. Okay. Welcome on, I'm glad to have you. Expect an arc crime in the near future. I also put a President Curse memes. I did see that haunted meme. Silicon you monster.
So is everyone ready to... What? Am I blind or are we missing someone?
Yo.
Yeah, Toko is not here.
And Toko is...
You really don't remember?
I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Okie dokie, I'll go ahead and drag her out here kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please.
And just like you said, a few minutes later, he reappeared, dragging Toko behind him. I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe you drag a girl around. Terrible. You're terrible.
Wow. So now everyone's here, right? Okay then, hustle onto the elevator and let's get this show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Shut the fuck up, Byakuya. So, shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro. Chihiro. Oh my god, Seigen Rippo. Welcome on in, Kairi. Glad to have ya. Chihiro Fujisaki. She was so gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that.
They crucified her.
She literally crucified.
I was talking to some friends the other day and I was like, something that always gets me, I think my humor's just broken, is when you take a random character and fucking crucify them. Like the fact that they were crucifying Koroks and Zelda, it like broke me. And one of my favorite, you know how in Splatoon there's posts in the plaza?
Yes.
Someone drew one of the Samonids on a cross.
Oh, the bing bang bong.
I saw it and it knocked the wind out of me.
I was about to joke about like what's the worst thing you could crucify, and a fish definitely was the top of the list for me. Oh. And that murderer is one of us. Someone standing right there. The torture of Koroks has become quite elaborate. Hi, Byakuya.
Damn, no,
how do you feel about committing murder?
Byakuya has to die because he's the only one not A-posing.
I gave you plenty to work with. Show us how far your logic can take you.
You know
are
what this
right.
is? Oh, wait, Sakura. Wait.
Sakura and Toko is also not A-posing. The rest of them are A-posing,
I was just thinking like, this is a VTuber collab, and Byakuya is the only one that can afford a 3D 3D full body motion VTuber so he doesn't have to A pose.
Is it like the anime? If you get it wrong, you lose? Yeah, but also we haven't had any issues trying to figure out what's happening so far. Because for the first one, we guessed Leon immediately as soon as we saw Leon written on the wall, and for the second one, we've effectively sussed it out pretty immediately. What's your favorite candy, Starkey? I like lemon heads. We have no choice, right? We have to do this.
It's true.
I got spoiled by this by the Abridged series on YouTube.
There's a fucking Abridged series?
That doesn't surprise me. Listen, there's an Abridged series for functionally every fucking anime.
Not anymore, though. Abridged series kind of... The thing with Abridged series is the bar of quality got so fucking high immediately because of Team 4-Star that it basically killed everyone else.
If you're willing to drop the bar of quality, there's functionally an Abridged series for every anime.
Because, like, the only ones that you really hear about anymore are was Dragon Ball.
Rest in peace, Mirai
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Abridged.
Yu-Gi-Oh! And, what do you call it? The Sword Art Online one. The Sword Art Online one, fucking brilliant.
It's so good.
Yes.
Kyoko agrees. I gave a small nod in reply. With one last deep breath, I walked towards the elevator on shaky legs. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a handle on my emotions, couldn't stop speculating. The Sword Art Online Abridged is for sure better than the original. Whereas Byakuya...
Not that hard, though.
Oh, there's Byakuya, just standing there. Look at him. Look at him standing there, menacingly.
They really are just taking the layer out of, like, this character is on this layer, let's make them transparent for this cutscene.
Yeah. The steel box sank with heavy, clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground.
Hold up. So, Toko is for sure the fucking Zodiac killer or whatever, right?
Yeah, she's Genocide Jack.
She didn't do it.
She did not do it.
So we're going to kill Byakuya, right?
Yes.
That means she's still gonna be loose.
That is a problem. That is a definite, very real, actual problem. Because it's like a dissociative personality disorder. So we just have to keep her fucking tied to a chair at all times. Hi, Toko. Here's your food for the day. Just because we have one murderer down does not negate their... Yeah, there's decidedly 2 murderers here. We can only kill one of them.
Well, because it's the one that did it. She might be a murderer, but it's like you're in a trial and you find out someone did a crime previously, and it's like, well, this isn't the trial for that crime, so like you gotta let him go.
What are you talking about? Phoenix Wright told me that if you can indict, the only way you can prove someone is innocent is by finding the guilty member.
We found the guilty member. The guilty member's right there.
Oh yeah, they are. Look at him. Look at that man. He's standing right next to the word uneasiness. And as we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation. Until finally, it came to a sudden stop.
Well, what do you think? I redecorated. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting?
Don't waste your time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with.
Good. You're raring to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all.
Well,
Okay, then, let's get this show on the road.
thrills, chills,
Everyone, please find your assigned seats.
Welcome, Oswald. Glad to have you.
Kinda unrelated, but a friend of mine went to Wyoming today, and honestly it's unfortunate that he had to set foot in such horrid lands. My condolences go to him.
I'm sorry, Lobster Dog. Your friend is now one of the children of the corn. There is no saving him. And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate. A deadly class trial.
I wonder if it's deadly.
Might be. Set skills. We have the soothing voice from What's-Her-Face. Neural liberation. Focus gauge decreases more slowly during concentration and fever times. Effective during the non-stop debate, the Hangman's Gambit, and the bullet time battle.
That's useful.
Yeah. And we have melodious voice. Increases damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Effective during the bullet time battle. Costs 3 SP.
How much SP do we have?
We have 15.
Did you set the
I
melodious
said both
voice?
of those. Both of them are 8. Like, both of them combined
Okay.
are 8. Welcome on, Ashton. Glad
Okay.
to have you. Hey, Makoto, is there anything else that's deadly? Because I'm not sure you left anything out. Alright. Finish preparations. Time for me to remember how the fuck to play this.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon.
Fuck, I forgot to get the sound effects for the Gmod noises.
Oh my god!
It fucking slipped my mind. God damn it. First, we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. It was a set of weights, right?
Yeah, it was a dumbbell.
Locker room dumbbell.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears
Oh, welcome on to Timber. Thank you for being a really too much subscribing with Twitch Prime.
Time for Murder Dog King True Fire.
what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was
Okay.
an iron pipe.
Interesting.
What?
That certainly would.
Poor Chihiro.
Well, okay, we know what it is. You're lying, Byakuya. Stop putting a gun at me. Okay, we know where it is. It's the lead pipe.
Interesting. That certainly would make for.
Oh god damn it, I missed it.
Chihiro's, it appears it
Okay.
To the Monokuma font, what kind of blunt?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Interesting.
What? How am I fucking missing?
It's moving too fast.
It's moving too fast.
According to the Monokuma font, what kind of blunt?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Come on, haven't you practiced an aim lab for your
What?
for
It takes so
Danganronpa?
fucking long to fire the goddamn bullets.
According to the Monokuma font, what kind of?
What do you mean, Pseudo Wolf? Chihiro was fun to voice.
That
This is
certainly
Okay. How do I fucking concentration? By holding down the space key. Okay. Well, come on, confused. Glad to have you. Running out of time. I've got 9 minutes. We're fine.
According to the Monokuma font, what kind of blunt?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
What?
Interesting. That
What?
certainly would make-
It just said no. I'm having a stroke. What's happening? Did I fucking miss?
According to the Monokuma font, what kind of blunt?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
I think it was what kind of blunt weapon is the one.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Oh,
there it
God.
is. You hit the white words. I
Can
hit
we
the
agree
white, got
that the
caught by
object that dealt
Automod.
The fatal blow was the dumbbell found at the scene of the crime.
Makoto really said, hey, Psychic Man, you're fucking stupid. It was definitely the blood-covered dumbbell. Makoto
Yeah, but
did
he was
not
using
mince
his-
words.
He was using the psychic guy was using his psychic powers to stop our truth bullet.
Too powerful. It's none us, the iron pipe for sure. Well, also, welcome on in, Raise Base. Glad to have
It
you.
was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell.
Girl, what?
Did it make a dumbbell-shaped hole in her head?
I was like, the fucking
fuck?
her fucking head was caved in cleanly in the shape of this dumbbell we found.
Fucking Ed and Eddie physics.
As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake
my
and
God.
no room for doubt on this one.
Hey, Kyoko, why don't you use some truth bullets or something? Come on. Why do we have to do everything?
Kyoko's just like, I want to see the dipshit fail. One murderer may escape, but it will be good for stopping the rest of you from escaping. Yeah, between Pro Tycoon and Kyoko, there's a single brain cell. Everyone else has none to work with.
Yay! That's so creepy!
I should probably have my sound effects board up and ready for when Hifumi
If
exists.
you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
It was you, Byakuya.
For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Oh my god, Byakuya, give us nothing, honey.
Her killer was the Masked Man. Cool. Thanks. Very informative. Who the fuck is the Masked Man? Byakuya, why? Did he really kill Chihiro? A new element has been added to the non-stop debates. We like, sure. For this debate, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your truth bullets will disappear if they hit those lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. But there's a way to keep this white noise from getting in your way. Press the right mouse button to attach the silencer, which can use to shoot down the white noises. However, if you shoot an actual remark with your silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease, so take careful aim when you have your silencer out. Oh, and if your action difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all.
Byakuya was like, I'm gonna give my argument, but first, I brought this white noise machine with me. It helps keep me calm.
The killer was purple guy. The murderer is Saban's master writer. In which case, if you don't have the silencer, just focus on the situation in front of you. Well then, good luck and have fun. Genocide Jack case file.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
Oh fuck! I fucked it up. I figured it out. I just shot the silencer twice for shits and giggles.
Might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I don't know why her reaction.
Why is she just smiling for like the proof of what?
Why is this not another version of that one meme where it's like on the outside I'm in pain, but inside I'm smiling?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't
Oh, I
it?
hate the
What was
Protax
something
voice
like that
so
doing in the
much.
library?
He is very annoying.
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for
Do you
now.
want me to make his voice more whiny?
No.
Okay,
No.
good. Off topic about Marsh Cute. Marsh Cute IRL too.
Whoa, hold up. Hold up, that's illegal.
This is my stream. Everyone is cute here except for me.
More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case according to the file.
Oh, shit.
There appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case.
My brain has played the that one Into the Spider-Verse meme with like the one with Doc Ock, where it's like actually there's 4.
The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every
Wait.
murder.
You know who fucking Byakuya's voice actor sounds like?
Who?
Fucking Cookie Masterson from the Jackbox games.
What?
It sounds a little bit like, maybe it's just the shit quality of my replacement headphones, but he sounds ever so slightly like Cookie Masterson. Like from the Jackbox games, like Fibbage or whatever.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
Oh my
Boob
god! Also, but Dumtish said, let's not make the protag a second Chihiro. The spirit of Chihiro takes over the main character.
I just want to remove fucking Hifumi from this game. I just want to crush his skull in with a hammer.
When someone's gonna stab Hifumi, but he's so fat, it's gonna get like stuck in there, and he's not going to die.
He becomes like a fucking like hedgehog of knives of everyone who's trying to stab him.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
Ow, you've got bigger problems if this man can't read fucking bloodlust properly.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
The other characteristic of every Genocide Jack case, which the world at large doesn't know, no mistake, it has to do with the positioning of body. How the victim is positioned.
Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way.
Can they not say crucified?
I guess not. It's clearly crucifixion.
Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way.
Someone is just gonna kill Hifumi and Monoko's being like,
No trial. You get that one for free. That was justified.
or accuse it's them, trust that they stole the Boiger. Welcome on, Emerald. Glad to have you.
So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
I like how Celeste is up to the side. It's like, very interesting. I'm not involved in this case in the slightest. You won't hear a single word from me.
No fucking way.
Wait, how does he know again? His rich family connections allowed him access to the case file. Buff, thank you for 2 months. Goodness gracious. 2 months of Prime. You
2 whole
sweetheart.
months with the Borb. Wowzers.
Enjoy the ad review and the emotes. Welcome back. So Byakuya has rich privilege, which means that his family has access to all of the shadow government secret documents, including all of the police reports about Genocide Jack.
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Celeste, I just made a joke about you not talking this entire fucking case. You didn't have to.
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
Ah! The single most direct line in this entire fucking game.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
You lie!
What?
Hey, Buck!
Wait, hold on a sec.
Enjoy the lurk. Thank you for being here, Buck. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful evening.
Toko has, like, bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Never fucking. I was like, wow, Byakuya was direct for once and never fucking mind. What did what I say was just end up being a lie? Yes and no.
Another riddle. Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
What fucking throw Byakuya into the guillotine? Please tell me his execution involves a guillotine. It's a riddle for sure, but I feel like I understand it. What it means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also to not be Toko. Ensures that she's not just one person, but multiple people, right? I'm correct, but to be more correct, I'm also wrong while being correct. What?
What are we? What is the word we're looking for?
I have no idea. What? What?
Shipple?
Ism?
So Z, right?
It's Z.
It's not!
It's oh no!
No!
Oh no! This is aged so poorly. No! Oh no! Oh, that has aged incredibly poorly. Rish,
Oh no!
Has a split personality?
Oh, that has aged incredibly. It's a literally,
No.
it's a literally such a fucking. It didn't even occur to me that because it is a straight up slur.
Makoto Nagi says a slur live on Twitch.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ! Why was that the? Oh.
Huh?
Please don't say it. Please do not say it, Makoto. I will lose my goddamn mind.
They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Why am I being canceled? It's the game that did it. It's the game's fault.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable.
Oh my fucking god!
Holy
fuck.
shit!
Never mind. This game has aged like the finest one. They really said the rich boy gonna say all the words. Oh my fucking god!
Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is
Holy
proof enough
shit.
that she has a split personality.
Her behavior changed. Oh, we lost so many fucking lives trying to get that part right.
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
Stop. Do not show me Ahigao Toko again. I beg you. I'm fine. I'm fine. What? Was that a dead body? Hey, are you dead? Yeah, whoever chose to voice Toko, I'm sorry you made that choice. Good luck voicing Jack. Jack. That's a voice.
She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted.
Very curious. There is no context that will make that the Ahigao face you joined into better. Besides the fact that someone literally used a very awful like mental health slur, and then immediately they had the white boy justify it, like the white rich kid justify the use of a slur. Never fucking mind. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Why the fuck does the tongue look like it was made in MS Paint? Why does the tongue have such a strong outline compared to the rest of her? F slur with a hard T? No, it's a slur for someone with schizophrenia. Although, we can be sure Byakuya would definitely call everyone here the F slur. The world has a front and a back, a top and an inning and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies.
This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Oh, poor Junko. You were gone too soon. Too smart for this world.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Excuse me, Toko? Toko is one of those people who's gonna be like, yo, they've got fucking pronouns in here.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
Didn't Junko think it was a wise idea to attack the bear after they knew it was a bad idea? The last time they attacked the bear, they had a chance to be like, oh, just throw the bear away before his explosion kills someone. He attacked the bear and he immediately fucking marked her with spears. Like, she didn't have a chance to respond.
He came first, though, but you know.
I hate it here. I won't let Genocide Jack have control. I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Once again, this fucking frame of smiling Owie and then concerned Owie. This is for sure the, like, pretending not to be into something that you're into. It's Owie in the middle of the screen is Owie on the outside. Owie on the left is Owie on her in her inside. She's like, oh fuck yes.
Toko was afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her, of killing even more people.
How? Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story.
I'm sorry, I'm losing my fucking mind. Maybe it is the audio quality of these headphones being just absolute hot garbage. It sounds so much like Cookie Masterson.
She said,
what I'm
the
hearing
fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time.
There's this one TikTok audio that I forget how it goes, but it sounds just like Byakuya.
What was the topic of the TikTok audio? Because I've been increasingly spending too much time on TikTok.
It was an old one. It was like, it was like the average Reddit guy or something like that. I don't know. it was something like that.
Oh, okay.
One second. I'm gonna look up Byakuya TikTok.
Welcome on to Oceano and Breezy Wolf. Glad to have you. Sounds just like Byakuya. Is that Starkey? I'm losing my mind because maybe it's because my nice studio headphones died today, which I'm very sad about. So I'm using shitty backup pairs that suck, and the audio quality of them is like awful. But it just sounds Byakuya sounds like Cookie Masterson from the Jackbox games, and I can't unhear it. Did you find it?
I didn't find the TikTok, but I found it's an audio from the same guy. And someone threw Byakuya over it. 1 second, where are you, Starkey? Where are you?
Okay, hold
it's
on.
It's about hitting the nene. So prepare to have that visual in where are you, Starkey? There you are.
Send it over there it is. There's the good shit. Okay, unmute. Go here, window capture. Be looking for this. Visible.
Nay-nay before you get a whoopin'. You better hit the nay-nay before you get a whoopin'. Nay-nay, hurry up.
Doesn't it sound just like
it?
Him?
Really does. It's a fucking. It is the perfect recreation of that voice. I still prefer making him Squilliam from the SpongeBob cartoon.
And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
Stop! I can't. Nay, before you get a whipping.
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
Gasp!
Promised! I can't believe you lied!
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to.
Byakuya really said, bitch, you should have posted this in Vent.
This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale.
His voice acting does not fit his character. It is not nearly pretentious enough, in my opinion.
He's not giving enough, like, oomph behind his lines. These should be some hard-hitting lines, and he's giving us no energy. Like, come on, dude. Like, you could give us some oomph.
You know who it reminds me of? It's the male version of the vendor. You played Brock the Investigator, right?
I played a little of it. I didn't get too far.
To the lady who like ran the stand, like who sold things at the stand right before you meet a kangaroo man?
Yes. That was a while ago, though.
Her voice acting is like, she is like the picture perfect for like, she should read like novel, like picture books for children. It's very even, very like not excited. It's very late, like a quiet, simple, like, you know, even toned. It does not mix with her character at all. It feels, it's like she's giving nothing. And this is the male equivalent of that. Byakuya gives us fucking nothing.
Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise...
I'm sorry, I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me.
Oh!
That's the only reason I promised.
What is this justification?
What is going on?
Okay, you are in a death game. A girl walks up to you admitting she has an alternate personality that causes her to kill people and crucify them. Your infinite IQ self decides, yeah, I'll manipulate her by promising that I will date her. This man has all the assets in the world, but not a single fucking brain cell.
How many times do I have to tell you? I never said that.
Byakuya's lines are giving me life. I never said that. Give us nothing, King.
But you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it,
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person you don't mean.
Okay, so we have to question her. Coco's body suddenly lunged backwards. What? Does fucking Byakuya have a stand where he can pull out another personality from someone with DID? A huge thud echoed across the courtroom.
That rich person, Riz.
But the next second.
Oh my god!
Me you were hoping to see.
Genocide Jill?
Police. I need the police. I need the police investigating anyone who's involved with this game. I need them investigating literally fucking 10 years ago when this game released. Oh, how did this happen? Why the fuck does she have a tongue extension? Smidge unstable.
What the heck?
Hey, Genocide Jill. Hifumi next. Please, I beg of you, Hifumi.
So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do?
God, I love her voice acting.
I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
God, I love her voice acting.
Jeez, this is the best voice acting in the game.
He is
What the
having
hell?
So much fucking fun with this voice. And I love it for her.
What the fuck is this? Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko, that's a loser name, and what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
What the fuck does that second line mean? Yo, her mouth is... her mouth is a Geometry Dash level.
So intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
She goes ham with it. It's so good. Oh, for sure. This is full ham, and I'm here for it. Genocide Dash.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know.
Girl, I'm gonna need you to put that tongue away. We are not fucking playing Super Mario Sunshine. I do not need to know what that mouth do.
Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
This is the murderous fiend Genocide Jack. This is fucking weird. Yeah, it's beyond insane. What the fuck?
It's so weird to me because, like,
Can I ask you a question?
Genocide Jack comes out and is like, "Oh, you found out I did it? Okay, cool. What are you gonna do about it?" But like, you didn't do it.
Yeah, she literally did. She literally did
You
not do
think
it.
she'd come out and be like, "Oh, you found out it was me? Oh, I didn't do that though. That wasn't me."
Oh, yes, I am Genocide Jill! Chihiro. I don't know any fucking Chihiro. What are you talking about? I killed a lot of people. I keep that shit fucking documented. I have receipts. Oh, no, bitch-ass little Chihiro.
What's up?
So Genocide Jill is a poser, is what we're learning. Genocide Jack Jill used scissors, didn't she? Yeah, that's like the ultimate clue. We were like, yeah, it can't be the actual Genocide Jack.
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you, I am the mastermind of all masterminds!
I really wish I had I really wish I had actually remembered to add the goddamn, like, Gmod sound effect.
It's not true?
Of course it's not true. How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid? And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless.
You keep forgetting? I do keep forgetting. So you figured me out, Toko is me, huh? How many anime twinks can she take down at once, though? She doesn't look like that strong either, but she does look fast. Is her the perfect weapon for someone like that?
I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people.
that line is like could be impactful, but then have it read by the girl with Ahigao tongue, and it just loses all fucking meaning.
It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
What's with this sassy lost child?
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death.
Byakuya, all of the scintillating chemistry of a tepid glass of water in his
There's
voice.
clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed.
So what's yours, Byakuya?
Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting.
Yeah, she told Byakuya this, though.
But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
Okay, cool.
There we go.
Yeah. She's like, yeah, a mass murdering psychopath would for sure be like, no, I'm not gonna take credit for someone else's kill. That's their honor.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Owie. Girl, come on. Maybe she's totally right about that, but this something's still bothering me. And she said I need to get some more details about all of this. Make your argument. What do we have? Status of the dead body.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
Not completely.
No, it's wrong.
Welcome on, Andreas. Glad to have you. They're missing the scissors.
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you!
God, I love her. I love her voice acting so fucking much. Oh, this is how you write pure evil correctly. Just to make her have so much fun being a complete and total dick.
I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using Ragu or Chef Boyardee.
Can you do that? Can you mention those brand names? She's so evil. She's breaking copyright.
Oh my god. It's all over again. The fucking the fact Nintendo had to pay a lawsuit to Shonen Jump because they accidentally included a copy of one manga. I want to say it was Sailor Moon in Punch Out for Wii.
Ooh.
Yeah, because apparently the book that the Piston Honda reads is an actual honest-to-God copy of included the full fucking book in the game.
This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
There's one clear difference between the murderers. For those from the Genocide Jack, look at the neck and stomach. The style... Oh, the victim's fatal injury. They were always stabbed because she used
The cause
knives.
of death is different. In the Genocide Jack
Or
murders,
scissors.
all the victims were killed the same way. According According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right! In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce!
God, I'm hungry. I already had food. I already had dinner. God, game, why?
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
That's right. The second difference is related to how she was suspended. In the photos of the other genocide Jack case, all the other victims were stabbed through their hands. When she was... What was used to suspend... How the body was posed...
What would you? Because she was suspended with a extension cord.
Yeah. Instead of the scissors.
Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
Close enough.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
Guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement!
How the fuck did you get away with like 100 murders like this and not get detected? This strikes me as so many fucking calling cards.
Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else?
God, I... She's having so much fun.
Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac?
Why is she so obsessed with food?
Oh, is she calling us Big Mac because we're boring in default?
Her name's Makoto.
Oh, maybe.
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
What more?
Word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each
Oh, they were all men.
Jack case. There's a pattern
Oh!
to be discovered.
A pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Let's see. There was a pattern showing the genocide Jack victims and Chihiro didn't fit it. Look at the names of every victim, then you'll notice is... This Chihiro was a girl? Was her lover? Yo, saucy.
Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
What is this fucking One Piece ass character doing in this murder mystery? Welcome on in, Lunar. Glad to have you.
What are you talking about?
In all the genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
Ken Harada, 32, Tetsuhiro Honda, 17, Shoji Gaku, 23, Kano Issei, 14, Takeshi Yoshida, 30. I suppose it makes sense that we wouldn't have necessarily caught this, because these are all Japanese names, and it's harder to determine, you know, gender for names that are in other, you know, for kind of a relatively distant, yeah. Komatsu Taro, Takefumi Gono, Uchida Naohya, Takeshi Masamue, Yuto Yumejima, there was no end to it.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men!
So Hifumi's next, right? Hifumi's next, right?
Oh! Wait! It must be men that she has crushes on. And that's why... And that's why Toko was like, I won't let Genocide Jack kill again, because she really likes Byakuya. That would mean Byakuya would have been next on the list.
Ah. This is the opposite of case one, where because it was in English, it was very easy for us. Exactly. So Hifumi is not adorable nor literal, so he's safe. Also, welcome on Breezing Wolf. Glad to have you. If I missed anyone, feel free to add me, be like, yo, say hi, and I'll say hi. You consider Hifumi adorable little man? No, I do not. Oh, just the fact that she is man.
The hell is wrong with you?
full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the movie side of me just hates it.
But did she just admit to being a Fujoshi?
Whoa! Does she only kill gay men?
Wow! Never fucking... Jesus Christ, girl! Welcome on the side of Martin. Glad I...
But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
During Pride Month. Darky 68, so everyone is little, not everyone is adorable. Yeah.
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of a one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely, when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
I'm the Black End. Welcome on in, iBat at Twitch. Glad to have you.
Quiet, lolly car!
God, I love her! God, I love her so much! Welcome on in, Rarish, and glad to have you. Yes, I am 6'8".
Lowly cur?
Byakuya's like, huh, it's not that fun being on the other side of those words, huh? Maybe I should reconsider. Fuck it, I've got money.
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect.
That does.
She's
make
right.
some amount of sense.
Yeah, she is just correct about her own.
Oh no! Oh no! Genocide Jack has the brain cell.
No, fuck, we're screwed. Byakuya discovering he has a shame kink live on trial.
Whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors.
Oh, come on, Carbunk. We're glad to have you.
Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors.
They have sewing kits.
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors.
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
What?
Oh!
You are not helping your case, lady. Why is she?
Yeah, but we know the
Yeah,
but we know we know the murder weapon, so it couldn't be the
I guess that's
scissors.
fair. This confirms that she couldn't have actually killed her.
She's fully equipped.
She really said, "What if I JoJo pose?" Your Honor, JoJo pose. Death.
That's right. So I can kill anywhere, anytime. Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong. You can't, can you? Gutter dogs, all of you.
My dream would be able to voice act something like this, where I just get to have so much fucking fun.
Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. The rope's totally out of the question anyway.
Okay. Talk is like, no.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Actually, hold on. There is one person who could have copied the Genocide Jack cases. The only other person who knew about them, Byakuya.
Here's my answer.
Who is clearly sweating.
Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you? I think
saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Uh-oh.
Jesus Christ!
Well, Byakuya, what's your response? I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
You stayed in the library for most of the time here.
Yeah, you didn't tell us your
The
secret.
way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
In the locker rooms. Well, very suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. Wouldn't you agree? Huh? Suspicious? It seems nobody starts the locker room. Let's start with the girls' locker room.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
We didn't know who the victim was.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
Hifumi, stop butting in. You're never allowed to have the one brain cell.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
There's a clear contradiction in what Byakuya just said. New element is bad to the non-stop debate to be sure.
More new stuff?
Next, we're going to add something called a truth flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the left mouse button, then you'll memorize that weak spot. This memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it would disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. You don't seem to have the answer to a lie or contradiction in your loaded truth bullet, so it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make your case. When's the best time to flashback? Well, you'll just have to use your King Wits, won't you? In that case, though, I will say that if you don't use a flashback, you won't be refuting anything. Well, then good luck and have fun. Okay.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird...
What?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time
Hold the
for
shoot
pointless
button, okay.
distractions. What's so strange about that?
you wish you'd taken me with you.
Okay, so hold the shoot button.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found... But he was acting weird...
If you're presented with the opportunity to check the...
That's a natural reaction for...
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl.
Oh, fuck me.
So of course...
No, you copied the wrong one!
I copied it incorrectly, yeah. Or I copied it instead of firing.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting...
If you're presented with the opportunity...
That's a natural...
The victim was Chihiro.
No, that's wrong. I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
Meanwhile, Kyoko's in the background like, I'm gonna let him do all of the work. It's clearly obvious that Byakuya's lying, but I have delicious tea.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Voice act. The fact that we have the best and the worst voice acting in the same fucking, like, debate is killing me.
Huh? What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
What's with Byakuya's attitude? Like he doesn't even care. I've got him cornered, but he's acting like it has nothing to do
What's
with
the
them.
matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
The differences between this case and the other Genocide Jack murders give us that proof Byakuya is responsible is hidden in there. Could be. Library desk lamp. Okay.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special, and I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
Wait, what? Okay.
What? The difference between the case? You want me to explain? When I want to kill, I use my, and I use those same scissors.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey,
Okay.
Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope
Before in my life.
No, but it's wrong.
Okay, you have seen it because it's a power cord.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord? What? An extension cord? Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it.
Welcome on, Cam. Cool, glad to have you. It's Phoenix Wright rules, which means we have to prove everything he says is wrong.
Is that about right?
No, it's not right. He's doing it again. Totally calm, totally unconcerned. He's not even involved.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
What does this mean? Genocide Jill, what does this mean? What does it mean?
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
That is a good point. Why the fuck are we continuing?
Yeah.
I know, but still,
We all know Byakuya did it, but
there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath.
Wait, why are you admitting to it? What the fuck?
wait, what was that just now? Something's not right. Chihiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room, but does that mean can I really just accept what Byakuya said as the truth? No, I don't think so. There's definitely something off about what he said. The scene of the crime happened in the boys' locker room, not the
You
girls.
say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that.
Give us nothing, Byakuya.
How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene? That was.
Does Byakuya not even know about this?
Tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
Is it like because there is like I remember in Phoenix Wright there's a point where like you can fuck yourself by revealing a piece of like a piece of evidence too early. So I'm wondering if he's trying to set us up for that. He's like, oh, if you claim this is your story, then how do you explain how I could have gotten into the girls' room when the only thing that was used was one of the boys' e-pads or whatever? That's what I'm wondering if he's trying to set up.
I believe I do.
Hey, Byakuya, did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya, who'd been so confident up till now, maybe Byakuya never even realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
The coffee stain. Evidence shows that the murder took place somewhere else. Something that was switched between the boys and the girls' locker room. Sakura's account, but also the locker room carpet, but also the locker posters.
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange?
What? There's a penis hidden in that blood splatter.
No!
I'm sorry, I had to point it out. I can't not point it out how suspiciously this blood splatter looks.
Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
Can't unsee.
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
God, I'm sorry, I keep going on about it. She is having so much fun with her
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker room. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet.
What accent is that from Celeste? Vaguely European.
But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not that the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved. The locker, there should be a boys' locker room carpet.
I got it!
Oh, wait, that's a girl? Yeah!
The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the bloodstained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your
This is where Leon's e-handbook comes in.
But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room.
Egg? I don't think it's an egg
She had
situation.
no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Yasuhiro, you're not allowed to have the single brain cell either. Is he right? Could Chihiro have really gotten to the boys' locker room somehow? Yeah, the broken e-handbook.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I've got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook! She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh?
What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
But it was broken.
No, it's wrong. No, I
The
don't
music
think
is definitely a
Chihiro
jammer,
used
though.
Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Sakura really said, wow, you gave up easy, boy. Goddamn.
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook.
Wait,
all
is it
you
is it
want
actually the case
and
that
use it
Chihiro
safe.
is like just a cross-dressing guy? Or like trans egg?
Hit the nail square on the
Maybe?
noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that
That's what
wouldn't
I
make
was
sense
getting from
anyway.
it.
Which would also set up like why she could never go into the girls' locker room to work out with Sakura and Aoi.
Yeah.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts glaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook,
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Is that it then? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room and Byakuya is the one who did it. Really? Still, I don't know what else I can
Hold
do.
on a second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
Thank you, Kyoko. Kyoko's just like, I'm gonna give you exclusively the hints that you have no way to figure out yourself. The rest of the legwork on this investigation is up to you.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So,
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What? What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Are we allowed to do this?
Can you do that?
Yeah. Monaco was like, who gives a shit? This is for my shits and giggles anyway. Go for it, girl.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
All right, never mind. Fuck you.
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead, and where she took us was...
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
No. No. You're not about to do what I think you are you?
Oh no. Oh god!
You want to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands? No way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
Kyoko, please be respectful. Just tell us that Chihiro was born male.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything. It's just based on religious grounds, you know?
very well. I'll do it.
Sakura. Actually, you know what? This makes sense for the grappler to be the one who's like, yeah, sure, whatever, who cares?
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura,
What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
Yeah, haven't you fucking noticed? Aoi and Sakura are straight up a lesbian couple. You can't convince me otherwise.
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
You see how Aoi came to Sakura's defense?
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in a brief pair, Sakura then began to quietly examine her body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Oh God, I don't like where this is going. Why can't you just tell us?
Say that, but what? This is. What is this?
Kyoko, you could have just told us. Game designers, why did you make this a field trip?
What the fuck?
What? What is this fucking PNG?
What is it?
Makoto, don't ask.
Not possible. It's not possible.
She's awakening her stand. Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form, her massive frame trembling.
This girl is
what?
Is a boy.
There we go.
Oh my God.
So she was actually a he. Interesting.
You know, it makes sense that Hifumi wouldn't react to this at all, given that he is the ultimate doujin artist.
Also, why are you misgendering someone, Hifumi?
Imagine if Chihiro wakes up like, man, I feel like I got the gender smacked out of me. Silken Bunny, 6:23 p.m. last week.
You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Then it's really true? Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
Oh my God.
The cis
my
are in
God!
shambles. It's hard to convince me that Chihiro is a girl and Sakura is a boy. Listen, this is the most... This game aged poorly in a lot of ways, but this is actually like a fairly progressive presentation of like non-traditional identities. I'll give it a pass. Because this was, what, 2010?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's not great, but I'll give it a pass because it could be far worse.
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting.
I hate you, Monokuma. Kyoko, you could have just told us, girl.
I think her thinking is if I told them, they wouldn't believe me.
That's fair.
But Monokuma could have been like, no, that's totally what happened.
Yeah, Monokuma would have been like, what? You guys didn't know? Yeah, Chihiro was a guy.
Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
Jill knows what she liked.
I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume.
I wonder if
class
also
trial.
all of this is just to satisfy Monokuma. Like the reason why everyone can't just vote for Byakuya is because Byakuya needs to be in complete despair before Monokuma will be like, yeah, now I'll kill him. Why are you just leaving the body there? It's a crime scene. The body was left there as part of the investigation, and as soon as this trial is over, the body will be removed.
We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
2010. It was 2010. Not the times have changed. Oh, it's 13 years later. Think that Chihiro was actually a guy. Biologically, yes. In gender, just blanket like this area. It's Japan 2010. Yeah, this is aged inherently poorly. Thought it never crossed my mind.
Because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
It reminds me of that character from Baka no Test. What's the character's
Oh my
name?
god, I haven't thought of that anime in fucking years.
Who is the character? The guy, Hideyoshi. That's right, Hideyoshi. Where there are 3 genders in Baka no Test: a male, female, and Hideyoshi.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
Someone showing their age? Stop. Baka no Test isn't that old, is it?
I watched it when I was in high school, so.
Stop! I also watched high school. Fuck!
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
Welcome on in, Greenie. Glad to have you.
Oh, so he's just admitting it. He's just Byakuya is just like, yeah, I've been found out, whatever.
So how many more classmates have been murdered? 1. Chihiro was murdered, and welcome on in, chat. Glad to have you. And there's an entire character reveal about the fact that Chihiro was either trans or cross-dressed as a female, and then suddenly everyone's using male pronouns to refer to her, even though she was clearly more comfortable with female. It's a whole thing. This game is 13 years old, and it's aged incredibly well in some aspects and incredibly poorly in others. This is a problematic case. Yeah.
So now everything has been connected.
It also
all the mysteries have finally become clear.
And Pride Month canceled. This is also the same case where like the word puzzle we had to solve was a slur about schizophrenic people. It threw us off so hard we almost fucked up the case.
Do you like this? Well, do you connected or clear or whatever.
Well, no more.
We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
Ah, he's off in his own little world.
Danganronpa, why? Apparently the third case is somehow, apparently from what I've heard, third case syndrome affects this game too. So the third case for this game also sucks. Like it usually sucks for the Phoenix Wright games.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Is he not?
Yeah, he has to be.
Without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I...
This is the second, though? Yeah, this is the second case. Apparently the third one sucks some more somehow.
I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? What do you mean? But why? And who?
And who could have done it?
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
There's no fucking shot. There's no way. The only other guy who was left alive is the fucking clairvoyant who was set up at the beginning of this case to be important. No fucking shot. He murdered her by accident because he's incompetent. And then Byakuya hid the... But why would Byakuya do that?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Byakuya doesn't know the crime scene was
Plus,
moved.
the evidence he left behind was a little too... How can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya,
Hold
when
up!
you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room.
Hold up!
It seemed to rattle you.
Hold up! Did Chihiro die on accident?
No fucking shot!
Was she working out by herself dropped the dumbbell on her head, and it was an accident.
And then
so Byakuya saw this as
an
his
opportunity
chance
to get rid of
graduate.
No, as an opportunity to get rid of Toko. Because Toko was annoying him. Because it wouldn't be an opportunity for him to wait unless he could potentially have graduated off of this. No, there's no way Monokuma would allow that. So,
and then again, when he found out Chihiro was actually a guy, if you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So Chihiro potentially killed herself by accident by letting the weight slip that she was using to train. And then Byakuya found the body, set it up so it looked like Toko did it, so he could implicate her to get her dead, so that way he didn't have to deal with... I fucking hate this. This is the worst. Welcome on, Matter. Glad to have you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
But if you set up the
Why were you in the girls' locker room?
No, it had to have been the clairvoyant. Because if he found it in the girls' yeah, that's a good point. Why were you in the girls' locker room?
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, is Byakuya a trans man?
I'm telling you the truth.
No fucking shot. No shot! I will lose my goddamn mind.
Very hard to believe. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
To implicate Toko.
Hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we?
Oh, it was Yasuhiro for fucking sure.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Never fucking mind.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
If it was Yasuhiro, he would have been able to see it. He would be able to see how to do the murder perfectly. Couldn't even lift that dumbbell either. He looks weak as shit. Then was it Mondo? There's no way it was Mondo or Taka. Those two have been having their MLM romance. But if Byakuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. The killer was able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means the killer is a guy.
I got it!
Since the crime scene was in the boys' locker room, you need a boys' handbook to get in. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. In other words, it had to have been a guy. But that's still not enough. I need to find some more clues. Celeste's account. What was Celeste's account?
Isn't there a
That she ran into Chihiro in the storage room.
Oh, okay.
Did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any plan to move in from.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the
Not
killer.
only the killer, Celeste did.
No, that's wrong. I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Huh? Really?
in the grand like meme hierarchy of like inside versus outside, this one's all a fucking place. This is the like when you're turned on by something but you're confused by the fact that you're turned on by it.
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this.
Why did you pronounce Makoto? Makoto?
The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Girl, what the fuck?
Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
So then it would have to have been the person who had access to the trash.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Oh, use your chance! Use your chance!
Oh no! Oh no!
You wanted one last opportunity.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone was waiting for him, I should think.
So she had to have been actually murdered.
And then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much, enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
What a marvelous friendship!
Apparently Celeste speaks incoherent sobbing to understand that. What? You can't? You can't speak French? Incoherent. And Silk and Bunny made the same fucking joke. Oh.
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously? Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of.
Does the verb got this? I think I got this.
Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious.
Track jacket and duffel bag?
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on two pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say. But fine. Celeste,
Wait, was it Taka?
did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
Taka's the only one who wears a
The
track
bag
jacket.
was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Chihiro's jacket really holds some clue about the killer. Somehow it's really hard to believe. Welcome on, Golden. Glad to have you. Of course, her Celeste account.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask...
Wait, we
why
don't
did he
necessarily
choose
know
the
that.
specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Cause exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Oh!
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who?
No way. Not a chance.
They said it was blue, right?
He was on his way, so
Yeah.
why did he choose?
What do you mean? I got it. It matched the one.
So, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as my tracksuit
Wait.
is black.
Wait, she didn't mention what color the tracksuit was.
Did any of that really?
Yeah.
No way.
The only way Mondo could have known is if he fucking...
First of all, we know he was on his way, so next week, why did he choose?
What do you mean? I got it. It matched the one the culprit.
So, the killer was wearing the same blue
She didn't mention anything about it.
No, it's wrong.
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said,
Oh my god. No, oh no, this is about to get so much more fucking problematic. Because Mondo has gone on oh god. Because Mondo has gone on extensively about how all women should be protected.
Yeah.
And so the motive he had to kill Chihiro. Yeah. I saw him stuff a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then I assumed he had it off to exercise.
she never said anything about the jacket's color. So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you just... Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
The Hikari Hero, welcome on in, Raiders. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Meteor Shower, welcome on in. Glad to have you. Let me go get the shoutouts for you. Yeah, welcome on in. For those of you who don't know, I'm Starkmore, Big A Chaos Pro on the internet. Variety stream live every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 6 to 9 PST. Mostly I play indie games. However, tonight I am joined by Marshmallow Bears, and we're playing Danganronpa. And a game like a case that has aged very, very poorly. Jesus Christ. Yeah, what are we up to? Pokemon Sword and Shield. Dang. How'd that go? Were you shiny hunting by chance? Also, Pokemon shiny car crash. Every time I raid here, every time I stream here, it's a car crash. Yeah, tonight we're joined by Marshmallow Bears. Hi.
Oh, wow.
And we are, yeah. I think this case is gonna get a lot worse before it gets better.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
No, Shiny Hunt, we were just going through the story. Sword and Shield is the last Pokemon game I played, and it's the one that convinced me that I might have needed a break from Pokemon. I haven't played any Pokemon games since it.
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw
My
Cherry.
god, Mono, you almost got away with it! You're just so fucking stupid!
Cherry. Are you talking about Chihiro?
So I want to talk about the good and the bad about the game. Oh, for sure. The Sword and Shield has a lot of good Pokemon designs and a lot of rough game elements.
The human designs for the Sword and Shield are so fucking good. They popped off with all of their
except for
character
Shieldbird
designs.
and Sortington or whatever the fuck.
Oh, yeah, but we don't talk about them.
But also, like, yeah, seriously, Mondo, if you hadn't mentioned the word blue, you literally would have gotten away with all of this for fucking free.
So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
Pokemon, oh, thank you for the follow, Hikari Hero. Glad to have you.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
When Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it?
Kyoko, Kyoko really fucking played the lottery.
Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it, to put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
Because I hate him.
Yep.
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happen to refer to him as
That is
dude.
such a small fucking detail, Jesus Christ.
Once I
Oh
picked
my
up on
God.
that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You noticed such a
That's some bullshit.
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Is that something you'd notice if you knew to look for it? Oh, that's fair. It's more obvious to Japanese since we're told a lot more gender context. Oh, okay, that's more fair. If it's something that would have been more noticeable to spot in Japanese.
Yeah, he would never do something like that. This is a false accusation.
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come.
Hifumi, what the fuck do you know?
Hifumi, who let you have the brain cell?
That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
It's a reverse of the first case. Yeah, we would guess Leon easily, but here Japanese made the case easier. Yeah, that's fair.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, you know, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Is it bad that I like Hifumi? Yes. Yes, it is. It is bad.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then, here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
Yeah, if you're just going from Hifumi's like visual design and the way he's been talking for the last 10 minutes, he's fine. The context for the rest of Hifumi, I want him to be thrown into I want him to be fridged. You found it on the ground, right? It must belong to... What?
I got it!
It's Chihiro's, right?
We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
I guess I'm bad too. I just talked to him in the free time event solely because he's plus size. Honestly, that's understandable. It's just, man, his personality is something fucking else.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
He has a personality. Yes, his personality is objectifying women. He got he got the opposite of the respect women juice. He got the disrespect women juice.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Objectifying women by imagining them in 2D.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
How did the handbooks break? There's only one possible explanation. Okay, if it had...
Hitting its weak point?
I got it! You already told us before that the handbook
That,
has
he
one
did mention the weak
didn't you?
point.
Yeah.
You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession,
Hit the hit the e-handbook's weak point for massive damage.
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already! Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example?
Did Monokuma just reveal that he's a sub?
God, I just love it when people demand me to do stuff.
He did really like it when Junko stepped on him.
He really did.
Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break. I flipped through it.
So then they had to have been thrown in the heater.
The sauna.
Wait, the fucking sauna.
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's
Well,
handbook
jam
in the
time's over.
sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Because Mondo must have broken his e-handbook when he did the thing with fucking Taka.
Yeah, because he didn't take off his clothes.
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
Furry naughties break this rule all the time. Chow in my chat being sussy.
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why.
What else is new, Starkey? Understandable.
And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
Taka and Mondo totally banged the sauna. With how much the game sexualizes these characters, I wish they weren't children. Just age up all of them by 6 years, and the plot is like infinitely more tolerable. Pokemon Cast Nexus, glad to have you.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa, seriously?
Mondo, yeah.
I think the one who may have taken their...
Who have brought their handbook into the sauna? It has to be the one who wrote all their clothes into the sauna. It was Mondo.
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Poor Taka. Taka found love only for it to be ripped away from him.
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long
No,
ago.
no.
Remember?
Endurance. Oh my god, why do they have to call it an endurance contest?
No. Taka found love, but Mondo was messing around with the e-girls.
And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. Broken e-handbook, Chihiro's handbook, and the card reader.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Okay.
So he has Leon's handbook, right?
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what
Oh,
he says is
he's
correct,
using Leon's.
then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
No, you...
In other words, if then that proves...
Well, my goddamn handbook works just...
No, that's wrong.
Open up your handbook and it will be Leon's name.
The handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works.
Talk is about to break.
I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Why are we reiterating this point?
Here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch! What's wrong, bro? Come on! Tell him he's wrong! You are wrong! You have to be wrong! Everything you just said is wrong! You made it all up!
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time? From the
Okay.
beginning. That way, everything will become clear. And we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
So here's the... Now, yes, the closing argument. Okay. Okay, so at this point, stuffs it leaves. E-handbook. God, I wish this wasn't called a climax argument. Okay. Let's head to Mondo, yada yada yada. Yeah, okay. Maybe that?
I can't really tell what these pictures are.
It is a little difficult, yeah. Is it maybe door closed and then lifting weights? No. It has to be lifting weights and then...
Yeah, because some of these are just red herrings.
Yeah. No, wait. Okay, so that can't be there.
Why was Byakuya in the girls' locker room, though?
Byakuya is a pervert? That's a good question. Like, why would Byakuya have thought to go into the girls' locker room?
Did they leave the door open? No, the door's closed
As
automatically,
the murderer
right?
took some place, some blood splattered onto something.
Oh, you can click on it and...
Here's exactly what happened.
Okay.
First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room? Simple, because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there, and the person he met was the one who killed him.
Also, I think Chihiro isn't actually trans. I think it's somewhat more
Seems
complicated.
likely that the killer grabbed
Okay.
a nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned.
Chihiro's in drag? I'm wondering if it's like a, who's the one... There's a TikTok creator who is a cis dude, but he wears dresses.
Finster?
Finster. I wonder if it's like a Finster situation, where he identifies as a guy, but also just really likes wearing women's clothes. only reason I need to rearrange. Okay. Disguise the truth. The killer switched around the carpet as well as something else. Okay. So, which locker room did the killer move to next? Okay, next to it was the girls' locker room.
Here's exactly what happened.
In order to escape the bullying, cheer up again, dressed as a girl so people wouldn't bully him as a weak boy. That's what Google says. Okay.
First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet. Then, removing the bloody poster. And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course, but this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl.
Yeah, he could have just grabbed one from the area.
After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem.
Okay, that's the sauna. The killer took something from the locker room and switched it in at the scene of the crime. The poster. And then... where did the killer go after they were done? The sauna.
The killer is...
Okay, there we go.
After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch.
That's honestly surprised Mondo thought of this. Honestly, same.
That could have been the end of things. But no, Byakuya discovered the body and decided to...
But why would Byakuya do this? Because he knew someone else actually killed her. If Byakuya implicated himself... Wait, if Byakuya implicated fucking Toko, he would have died too!
So,
yeah, hold up.
Crime scene,
to make it interesting, can we kill Byakuya next to simplify the game?
He went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work.
Oh, for sure, it's gonna be Byakuya killing Kyoko next, because Kyoko's the one who found out most of the stuff, isn't it?
Lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade...
That's what I'm thinking. Byakuya might have done this to try and figure out who he needs to murder, so that way when he murders someone, he can get off scot-free. So I'm wondering if the next or the last case is going to be Byakuya killing Kyoko.
The killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook.
Given that everyone else has a one brain cell, if you get rid of Kyoko and the pro tag, it's over. It really is, honestly.
And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Owada?
Wait! No! This can't be right! Where's your evidence? Yeah! Where's your evidence? You need evidence! You need proof! Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him!
Evidence that the Mondo is the killer that already revealed itself earlier in the trial. If we can somehow show where Mondo's handbook is right now, once I do that, everything will become clear. A new element has been added to the bullet time battles. What would you like to hear? Let's talk a bit about fever time and then negative time. I'm not about to pull a fucking like Fairly Odd Parents with the unfortunate villain of Crimson Chin. I ain't risking that shit. Fuck. Fuck it. During a bullet time, if you press the space key, fever time will activate and the tempo will be forced to its max. At this point, even if you push the button at random, you won't miss. But you can push right RMB, LMB, RMB, LMB, however you want to destroy the opponent's verbal assaults. Sorry, you're not getting canceled today. But this only lasts until your focus gauge runs out, so make the best possible use of your time. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if only you got access to special time, right? We've also prepared something called negative time that your opponent can use.
Do you like this?
The opponent activates negative time during the bullet time battle. Your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit tougher to hit the buttons in a rhythm. If you activate fever time at this point, no, never mind. I'm sure nothing would happen. I don't know what I was worried about. Unsurprisingly, if your action difficulty is set to gentle, the opponent won't use negative time. Well then, good luck and have fun. I don't remember how the fuck to play this minigame.
It's a rhythm game.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. You're corrupt. I refuse to vote. I refute you. False. You're corrupt.
I don't even know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on either. I
Things are just happening.
This should prove it.
Things happen. I won. It worked.
So far is right.
Taka started fucking like he started dancing like the what's the Michael Jackson Thriller.
Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's.
You're supposed to memorize the timing. Ha 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 ha. I got nothing.
In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that,
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah. I did it. I killed him.
Stark, you went into himbo mode? I just went into, like, default mode. Final result A. 81. Gotcha time, baby.
Bro, what are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Votes for Taka.
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Yeah.
Well, Corncob Head is no longer sad. I liked voicing him. Alright, let's see how fucking brutal this execution is.
What?
Uh-oh, this time looks like you got it right again. Yes, it is so. The Blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was Bondo Owada. In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful.
I refuse to believe it! There's no way he would kill someone! Uh-oh.
There's a moment there. Sorry.
Oh.
What is this?
Are you still connected?
Why are you apologizing? It should be.
Discord
Hello?
being a paid actor.
Uh-oh, 1 second. Oh, God. Hold up.
What happened? Did Discord not like you screaming?
It is spiking. 1 second.
Oh,
It like
no.
it was. Uh-oh.
Oh, thank you for being here,
Is
Golden.
my
Have a
internet-
wonderful evening. Is your internet having a moment?
Is my internet?
Internet is a paid actor.
That's what I think. It drops the little like those bar. Oh, 999 milliseconds.
999 milliseconds of what?
You know this little ping? I think.
Oh, okay.
2,553 ms.
Oh yeah, your internet is dying. It is dying. Ping went pong. Oh. Did fucking... Excuse me? Discord?
Hello?
Hi, welcome back. You've become a weird shape thing. You've been debared. You've been turned into a shape.
What happened?
What happened? Did your internet die? Are you
Oh
back?
no! Oh God! It's still doing it. It's still doing it.
Well, I mean, hey, we have the... yeah, I have 330 mils... Okay, it's up to 15 milliseconds. That's a weird TF into square, into gear.
Yeah, I had 3,000. I have 3,000.
Hopefully, it really is like it lasted long enough for us to get through this. We might have to cut the stream short if it continues to be this bad. Oh.
Is there a way to quick save the game?
Are you back? Your bear returned. No, never mind. You're not back. Oh. I brought you back.
Whoa, is it better?
Yeah, it seems to be better. At least better on my side.
I had like 3,000 milliseconds.
The thing, the Fugi tech is broken, but it's not like highlighting you. You're just constantly in the not talk mode. It's fine.
Oh God! Don't forget to share your screen again.
Oh fuck. Okay, that's fine. That's understandable.
It lasted long enough for us to not do voice acting, and the second we had to do voice acting again.
Literally, exactly as long as it was needed. All right. Maybe join and rejoin.
I can see the video now.
Okay, cool. I accidentally skipped over a line of text, but
I read it.
Okay.
I read it. It just didn't go through.
That's fair. How the fuck is this man not dead yet? Welcome on, Dirk. Glad to have you. Because his partner in crime committed crime.
Partner in crime? Just partner. Why? Why did you do it?
Now then.
Well, it looks like Mondo's taking a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually...
The story of the murder this time is the sad story of two men.
Is Mondo gay?
Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit Control key to fast forward the text. Anyway, there was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak, even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further and further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out.
It is time.
Oh no.
It is
Oh
time.
no. One last time.
Yes.
I don't want to be able to say anything, even though you're a boy.
But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, The inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him, and it was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger.
Weak, 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 weak.
Month, year, decade.
Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fate, this fact. After all, the world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets, which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro was actually a boy.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, he would be at the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair.
What?
And yet...
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't really want to talk about it right now.
But...
But also, I can't leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone.
Annoyingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm going to become stronger. I'm going to accept who I am. Strong enough so I don't know
That wasn't even words. That wasn't even remotely words.
With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so, the police got involved. That day, he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body, but sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then he asked them to help him from there. And the person he went to...
Yeah, that's right.
It was me.
Yeah, it sure was! The biker gang fellow had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret.
Uh-huh.
Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to.
I'm talking to Mondo, but I want to give some courage.
What?
Wait.
No,
what?
this is labeled incorrectly. That is for sure supposed to be
I went and
Monokuma.
asked Mondo to help him become strong. Monokuma was like, "You like my Chihiro impression?"
Impressive, aren't I? I'm the master of many voices. That was his aspiration, and he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did, to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro. Huh? Did what he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean.
Oh shit, how do I do Hifumi? Wasn't that to cover up what he done?
Certainly.
That could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he'd made to Chihiro.
But how does moving the body keep a secret?
Because if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity. So, he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook. See? Then Mondo did all that to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed?
Why would he do that?
The real Danganronpa is trying to understand Chihiro. The ultimate despair, trying to get a single fucking word out of Chihiro.
The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand! I mean, you guys trusted each other, right?
Taka emotes like a fucking JoJo's character. This is every bit the Caesar death scene from JoJo's Part 2. Where the fucking full-on, like, flooded river going down Joseph's face. The Caesar!
Why? Why did you?
Because, no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
Oh, that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible! Nothing could have been that bad! Something he didn't want anyone to know? Even if it meant killing someone?
You're wrong.
It's impossible!
Don't make me repeat myself.
Please reveal Kiyotaka's secret, I dare you. How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. This is the first time I've said it. Don't make me repeat myself again. I hate repeating myself. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it.
Well, while we're on this subject, why don't I tell you? The embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know. You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother.
Oh, shit!
Jesus fuck! That's a
damn!
Monokuma really said, fuck you.
Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone.
Mondo got the double kill.
Mondo's older brother was Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. And before anyone knew it, he had grown into the biggest biker gang on the country. Daya, the older brother, number 1 in the gang, and his number 2, his younger brother, Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. Peaches and gravy, together in my mouth, yum yum. But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang for his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation began to gnaw at Mondo's very soul. The kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang. Which is why...
I
gotta get stronger. Stronger than Daya. Once. Just one time. No matter what, I gotta win.
Don't fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top.
And on the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck.
Truck-kun? What are you doing in my Danganronpa?
Crazy Diamond?
Wait, Mondo, you've been Josuke this entire time? Oh, so welcome on and Amen. Glad to have you.
The kid brother pushed ahead with a reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly...
Fun fact, Mondo is literally one massive JoJo reference. He's based off of Josuke. There's a character named Daya Higashikata, and the crazy diamond gang name.
Lying into his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words.
Raccoon Usakai's brother. My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry.
Of course, he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. Not that he had a chance to.
Hey, kid. The rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. Because it's the team you and me put together. It's a promise between men.
He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang. In order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother, he could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident. And as a result, yeah, how did Monokuma find this out? The team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who bested his big brother. Daiyo was gonna lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I'm
strong. Strong.
And yet, as soon as our killing game began, he realized, no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. And at that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own older brother.
Can't really blame that on Mondo, though.
It was an accident.
Yeah, like it was Daiyo sacrificing himself to save Mondo. Mondo did not kill his brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I'd been carrying around, it all would have been for nothing. So that's why. Mondo. After I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with a kind of fuzzy uneasiness and just started swirling around. I'd never felt anything like it before. I just didn't know what to do about it. I was sure what to think. Wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness. 99% of stories that say a character killed a loved one, it was unintentional or indirectly, no snap moments or anything like that. Turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety, way down in my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus.
I'm sorry.
But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden?
Huh?
Because, I mean, you've kept that secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would...
But...
You're right. What?
I want to change.
I want to change. I wrap myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of myself forever.
His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living myself.
Oh shit, I thought that was... I need to change! I don't want to be weak anymore! You're so strong. It can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
So what? You're saying I should just say it?
What?
You're saying if I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret?
Huh?
Huh?
I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness, to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I've never had. So I was jealous of him, and that jealousy broke me.
What?
Are you making fun of me? I can use the shut Berberdine, but I wish I could use it on March's Chihiro. One thing that
you can't... Why? This is the last time Chihiro's gonna show up!
One thing that gives me hope in this game, giving us 1,000 more flashbacks with Chihiro, we can have more of this beautiful bear voice acting. Boo, fragile masculinity, Mondo. Yeah, and the abridged version, Mondo's secret was that he was a furry. That's amazing.
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong. Are you fucking with me right now?
No.
No, I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo.
I felt like I could hear something starting to creak inside my head. It kept going. Oh whoa, oh whoa, oh whoa. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back and let my secret get revealed and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
This is Chihiro inflicting psychic damage onto Mondo with her talking.
That was Chihiro's secret. Chihiro would have been the real mass murderer if her talking would eventually cause everyone to snap simultaneously.
Damn you! Why did you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
No, it's really not you. You're straight.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right, I am strong. Strong. I'm strong. Strong, 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 strong. Stronger than you.
You son of a bitch.
And stronger than Daya. I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was laying at my feet, covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand, and I was just staring at him down on the ground.
Hey!
I killed him. I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo, he was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like his, and it turned him cold-blooded. God damn it.
Look at him! Look at him! You see, you're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for that, he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? Because I sure don't.
You bastard! Just shut up, you son of a bitch! Go ahead! Say that again, I dare you!
Yep. Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want. Is that what you want to say? But unfortunately, I can't do that right now because the time for punishing is fast approaching.
Punishing?
It can't be.
You mean execution?
Well now.
That's what I promised you, right? The blacking that disturbs the peace will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Hold on!
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment for Mondo Owada, the ultimate biker gang leader.
Oh, no! Wait!
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I said wait!
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
What's happening? I don't know what to expect. The last one really was fucking brutal.
Ran over by bikes? Oh?
Something's about to happen. I mean, we expect him to be at least more stalwart in terms of his death than Leon was. Yeah, this is it's the ball of death, the cage of death, that's it. This is actually kind of funny. Now for the weird bit. Is he about to fucking go back in time? Is he reaching 88 miles per hour? Welcome on, Five Razors. Glad to have you.
He's gone!
Mondo Owada went back in time, and there's nothing you can convince me that otherwise. What? Mondo Butter? I want to remind you that in the first or second stream, you made a comment related to putting butter on Mondo's corncob hair. Butter! Laugh at death and your soul will forever be at peace!
It can't be!
I'm still convinced that he went back in time, like Back to the Future.
My brother!
Another murder and another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. This talk of sad screams invaded our skull as we were each forced to realize once again. But he, of course, he had to. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game. But Byakuya!
What is this?
You're completely insane. You know that? A game? One of our friends is dead. Do you realize that?
No, it's like something's got a good bit. Taka, please put that in the vent. that is not. Maine is not the place for those kinds of screams.
Naturally.
Of course I do, because this is a game of life or death.
Hey.
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response except
However,
I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Monday's crimes?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. His voice was calm, emotionless, like the voice of death. Filled me to the bone. Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
So, you ignore the nighttime rule too? That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be done.
I don't particularly care. Please continue. The night grew late, and I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse.
What? What? You mean you actually witnessed the murder?
He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I'd seen him.
Well...
So, you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed. What if that had been the end of it? How boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping a hand. I thought it would liven things up. You did all that to liven things up?
I see.
So, after hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that to create the fake murder scene.
But damn, man. If we had figured out who'd really done it, you would have been dead too, right?
Well, obviously I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point. Of course. Byakuya turned and looked me in the eye. I could feel his sharp eyes piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did, and I was able to perform an interesting experiment. Once I do decide to become blackened, I know who I'll have to watch out for.
Ooh.
Wow, he's just straight up admitting. He's straight up admitting that the reason he did all of this was to see who he needs to kill to get away scot-free.
Correct.
Oh, that was your reason? Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on.
Hey.
There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
What's this?
Oh, I'm up next!
You...
You like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is, why? Do you like them? Do you know? But you know, this punishment, this despair is not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself.
What?
You're over-exaggerating. I'm not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair.
Damn.
What do you mean?
Mean? Mean? Mean? Mean. Good grief, I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing. Whatever, doesn't matter. This song is actually kind of nice. Welcome on Ash, I'm glad to have you. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me. Ah, the noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship.
That's enough.
Shut up. I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I have achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you, understand?
In the name of my family.
In the name of the Togami family, for which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all riled up.
Oh, it's so cool! It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you. I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you. Temper, temper! Sounds like someone needs a nap. Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom, the curtain closed on the face of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more future than us. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair.
Well, anyway,
What?
like I was saying,
This is new.
this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part.
Is this Junko?
What?
This is the person. No, because he said, because remember how there was one empty space, and he said, "Don't worry about it."
Oh.
You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
There's only one thing I would like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? The 16th high school student, I mean.
Ooh. My, you really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
I thought he was gonna say demonetized. Boy's life of
Do you
despair.
think? Wait. Huh. Do
Students.
do Genocide Jack and Jill count as two different people?
Good question.
Like Toko and Genocide Jill, do they count as two different people?
You got the crazy diamond present. Good.
I wonder if we can give that to Taka.
I wonder how upset Taka would be if we did do that. 10 brain cells remaining. Not even 10. Hifumi doesn't count. Do we want to stop it here? This
I think
seems
we're
like...
it's about time. We usually stop.
Okay. Less than 5. Oh, for sure. There's less than 5 brain cells remaining. We saved all to 4. Don't mind that. Let me go and move us. Let's go and get the playlist playing. Marsh, shout yourself out.
Oh, 1 second. Hello, my name is Marshmallow Bears. I'm a variety streamer and over on Twitch, and I run a campground. I also play visual novels sometimes. We're starting to get back into that. I need to set up a time. So yeah, come hang out around there. We're streaming mostly on the weekends and Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Well, I can't say they probably won't get more problematic than that. Apparently, the third case is the worst one in every game, so it probably won't get more problematic, but it might suck more. Well, you have 2 meltdowns, but this murder was so fun. I'm glad y'all liked it. So because you're my guest, you get to choose who we'll be rating out to.
Let's see. Let's see.
I'm trying to figure out what the raid message we should also.
Let's see. What are they doing? We can go raid Fen. Fen? Yeah, Fen. Let me send you a thing.
Yeah, I don't think I'm following them actually.
Fenrir Wolfen?
I am not actually. Yep, they're live, and yep, looks like I do not follow them. Oh wait, I do not. Okay, cool. But yeah. Oh, I know who they are. Okay.
Yeah.
What raid message should we use?
I have no clue.
Just bird and bear raid. When in doubt, bird and bear raid. Use whatever emotes you happen to have. I don't know. I'm using Marsh Spiral. It seems fitting, given how tired both of us are. Raid into Fenrir Wolfen.
That fucking trial was 3 hours long.
It was a solid 3 hours. It was, it just kept going. But yeah, if this is your first time here, I'm Starkymorph, Big A Chaos Carrying Internet, variety streamer live every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 6 to 9 p.m. EST. Mostly I play indie games. However, every Tuesdays I hang out with Marsh and we read like a visual novel or they figure out something else to do. Kind of special. Thursday will be more Fire Emblem Engage. We spent fucking 2.5 hours watching anime bullshit happen. So we will actually be returning to the game this Thursday to make progress and hopefully at some point finish that fucking thing. I'd like to stay up to date with the stream, including when I'll be going live. Twitter is the place to be. I post food pics, art pics, updates about when I'm going live, what I'll be playing. I have a Discord if you'd like to hop in there to see all the Sweet Beans and see the cross content that the Sweet Beans post, as well as get alerted when I go live. I have a YouTube if you'd like to catch up on the VODs there, see what we've been up to. Also, I'm going to hopefully be posting some more edited stuff to YouTube and to the TikTok that I also have. To hype up and prepare for the release of the vocal cover that me and Twiz have been working on for the What We Leave Behind, the finale for Spirit Fair. Yeah. Thank you everyone for being here. I really appreciate it. We're gonna read out to Fenrir Wolfen, who is I'm assuming they're a friend of yours. Or just a
yeah.
Sweet bean? Okay. I love their PNG tuber already. I feel like we're gonna have a lot of fun. I love all of you. Have a wonderful evening and bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.